Well, hello and welcome to day 43. Now, I'm really excited for the next 7 days because we're going to be tackling something that is likely plaguing your ability to create the results that you want and the success that you've hoped for, and you maybe don't even realize the kind of impact that it's having on you. So if you think about everything we've covered so far, we've attacked a lot of areas of life that keep us from creating results. The next 7 days are going to be dedicated to one of the biggest things that's hindering your and my ability to create the results that we want, and it's a little something we call limiting beliefs. Now, there's a chance that you've heard of limiting beliefs before. I can guarantee you that limiting beliefs are hindering your ability to achieve the results that you want. And I'm going to demonstrate it right now, what a limiting belief is. In case you don't know what it is, let's do a physical demonstration on how limiting beliefs work. So here's what I want you to do. I'm serious. I want you to stand up and I want you to do this with me. And look, I don't care if you're in an office full of 100 people that are all going to judge you. Let them judge away because we're going to teach a principle. Maybe you've done this, maybe you haven't, but I want you to stand up and here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your left hand. For you, you're looking, I think probably it looks like my right, but your left hand, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to rotate your hand back as far as you can rotate it, okay? Go back as far as you can. And now once you've gone as far as you can, I want you to look at the end of your fingers and I want you to pick the point on the wall that you're pointing to, okay? Because you're going to want to remember that point. So do you have your point? Okay, now here's what I want you to do. I want you to shake it out for a second, okay? Take a deep breath. And I want you to close your eyes. So close your eyes and you're going to repeat the same process, okay? Close your eyes and rotate as far as you can again. I'm going to do it with you. Okay, keep going until you can't go anymore. Now open your eyes and look where you're pointing. The reality is you're probably pointing significantly further than you were when you kept your eyes open and you picked a spot. That is much how limiting beliefs work in your life, because here's what happens. We create these limitations in our mind of certain plateaus that we reach or levels of success or results that we can achieve, and a lot of times we walk into it with our eyes open, but the reality is our mind and our ability to create results are clouded by limiting beliefs. So you're looking at it and you're going, I can only go that far. This is as far as my body can go. But as soon as you close your eyes and you eliminate any sort of perception of limitation, right, you literally went further. That's how limiting beliefs work. I want you to think of it like this. If you had a child and that child came up to you and said, Mom, Dad, I want to run for class president. How many of you would look at that child and say, you know what, I don't think that's a good idea. You're not pretty enough, you're not handsome enough, you're not smart enough, you're not articulate enough, you're not very smart, and frankly, you're not very popular or well-liked, so that's probably a bad idea. Would you do that to your child? Of course not. What would you do? You would say, you know what, that sounds great, let's go to work. And you'd put a campaign together and you'd make some posters and some buttons and you'd do something, vote for Pedro, right? And you would help that individual become, that child who you love, become class president. And if they failed, fine, you would have given it a shot though, right? Now, if you won't say that to your child, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not popular enough, why would you say it to yourself? Because that, in essence, is what we do with our limiting beliefs. But a lot of times in business, they show up like this. I'm not successful enough, or it's too hard to be as successful as that person, or that individual has, abilities or resources that I don't. I can't achieve that level. I don't belong in this space because I'm not like them. I'm afraid of success. I can't make that much money. I can't go find new clients. It's hard to find new clients, or whatever your profession may be. You know there's those statements of limitation that you tell yourself or that you've had others tell you. Those, my friends, are limiting beliefs, and we are going to eradicate those this week. If we aren't going to eradicate them, we're at least going to take steps so that you have a physical way to do something about your limiting beliefs every single day and take action towards creating the result that you want. Speaking of results, here's the result that I want you to create for today. I want you to make a list of some of the things you tell yourself that have limited your ability to achieve success and create the results that you want. Now look, I realize that might be a little bit painful to have to sit there and go, what do I tell myself? I'll give you some examples of what I've told myself. I've told myself making money is hard. I've told myself that it's difficult to go and find dollars to go speak somewhere because, somebody doesn't have budget and it's hard to quote high fees. These are some of the limiting beliefs I've told myself. I've told myself that I get distracted too easily, so therefore I can't be laser focused and achieve the results of some of my peers. None of that is true unless I give it the ability to be true and the power to be true in my mind through my limiting beliefs. We're going to explore this over the next 7 days, and we're going to give you some tools and some ideas that can revolutionize your results because we're going to identify these limiting beliefs and then attack them. So for the result, I want you to write down some of these limiting beliefs. I want you to sit down, take 5-10 minutes, really think about it, and go there and realize what are the things that you're telling yourself on a regular basis, because we're going to use it for the rest of this week to really attack those and see what we can do with them. Okay? We'll see you tomorrow.